Yo, welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. Now, I wanted to go over the interview. I wanted to watch the interview. Let's watch the whole interview. So Derek Dixon, y'all know, actor on the Oval, he's suing billionaire studio owner Tyler Perry for $260 million, citing sexual assault and harassment and things of that nature. He says that Mr. Tyler Perry was dangling his acting job as a way to keep him in line when Tyler Perry would go with these, I guess, sexual advances and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and start watching.
Actor Derek Dixon sitting down for his first television interview since filing a $260 million lawsuit against media mogul Tyler Perry, detailing the alleged sexual harassment and assaults he says he endured.
Tell us about the first time you ever met Tyler Perry.
Yeah, I met him at his studio opening party in 2019. I was working for an events company, and we met, and he said to me, are you an actor? And I said, well, not right now. I'm working on it, but not right now. And he said, yeah, you are. We need to talk.
Why Tyler Perry don't hit up the men like me? I would have never told. And I think he goes on to say something about how Tyler bought him a car, saw that the car he was driving in was busted and rusted, and bought him a car. Yeah, Tyler Perry, you would have been cool with me.
According to your lawsuit, at one point early on, he bought you a car.
Yeah, he'd seen my Jeep around the studio that I was driving, and he said, that's not a great car.
Child, yeah, I would have had to make Tyler Perry my boyfriend.
So in early 2020, you land the role of Dale on the Oval. Was that a dream job?
It was, yeah.
The complaint includes multiple screenshots of text messages allegedly between Dixon and Perry.
Picture where he's on the jet ski. I said, nice picture. And he said, yeah, the water looks calm. And he said, nice picture. You don't see that stud in that picture? Rude. And I said, LOL, yes, that's a stud. And all these texts, I tried to de-escalate them and make a joke out of them.
There was an escalation from the text messages to Tyler Perry's behavior becoming physical.
We were over at his house. We're having some drinks in his guest house, and it was late at night, and he has a guest quarters, and said that you can sleep there instead of not driving. And I got into bed, and then I noticed that he climbed into bed with me as well and started rubbing my leg. And I jumped up out of bed. He has said, turn around so I can look at you, and just commented on how I looked, and then he got up and left. So I thought after that instance, it was pretty clear that I was not interested in that type of a relationship. I mean, I think it's okay that people try to make a move or shoot their shot, but if they get rejected, I think that they should stop.
At the end of the second season, Dale gets shot in the chest 4 times.
And said that he was going to kill off the character if you didn't play along with his game. And I feel like that's where Tyler Perry went wrong. Like, it's the workplace, I feel like, component that makes it so bad to me. Because it's not you hitting on somebody and then they didn't want you. And then, it's like, you want this job, you go along with what I'm putting down. You pick up what I'm putting down if you want to stay on this show. That's cruel.
What it meant to me was if I don't make him happy, I could stay dead on the show.
You're also a screenwriter and had written a TV series called Losing It. Tell us about that.
He ended up wanting to read it. He did, and he said he loved it and wanted to shoot the pilot for it.
All right, let's go to June of 2021, another alleged incident that you outline in your lawsuit.
We started out having drinks in the living room like we, have done before, feeling drunk, and I remember we were walking back to the guest area where I've stayed before, and there was this health monitor scale on the way. And I was like, what is that? And he said, well, you have to be in your underwear to measure, whatever, so you should do it. He reached down and pulled my underwear down and grabbed my ass, and I, tried to stop him and pull back my underwear up, and he kind of grabbed my arms and said, no, it's okay, just go with it. And I said, stop, I don't want to be naked, I don't want this. And he was just like, no, I'm not gonna hurt you, and just continued. I didn't know what to do.
He says he de-escalated and distracted Perry and eventually locked himself alone in the guest house bathroom.
The day after that, he called several times, so I picked up. And that's when he said, he was sorry for what happened. He doesn't know why he did that and thing. And in the same call, he said, and don't worry, we're gonna do your show.
Dixon tells us he last spoke to Perry in the spring of 2024 and left the show in September of that year.
What ultimately became of your pilot, Losing It?
Yeah, it hasn't gone anywhere. He still owns the rights to it.
Is that why you decided to sue? You decided to sue after you realized that the pilot wasn't going to go nowhere, that the show that you wrote wasn't going to go nowhere? That was the catalyst. That was the aha moment. Like, oh, okay. I was going to his house and I felt uncomfortable. We was over there drinking. He jumped in bed. I rejected him. But then I went back to his mansion, had more drinks. He came on to me again. I rejected him. I felt so uncomfortable, but I kept going along with it. Then I realized that maybe he lied to me and that he wasn't going to pick up my pilot that I wrote. So that's where the lawsuit comes into play, maybe. I don't know.
Then in January, the actor filed a complaint with the EEOC, the federal agency responsible for protecting workers from discrimination.
In your response to your EEOC complaint, Tyler's representatives said, among other things, Mr. Dixon's initial letter to TPS Tyler Perry Studios about its matter demanded $42.5 million to buy his silence. They described your actions as extortion. Were you looking for money to buy your silence?
No, I think I was looking for accountability. It needed to be something that would deter him from doing this to somebody else, another actor, or in the future.
He's not doing this so that Tyler Perry doesn't do it to someone else. He's doing it because Tyler Perry didn't give him what he wanted. I don't believe this man cares about what Tyler Perry does to the next actor. So anyways, at the end of the day, I feel like, Tyler Perry, you was dancing with the devil. You was dancing with the devil. You knew what you was doing. You knew that this was a risky game and you got what you got, right? If y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel and don't forget to create a great day. Bye.